welcome back to Barking Mad for a very special episode straight from the SUPERZOO 2026 show floor, where we sat down with nearly 30 movers, shakers, and innovators to bring their stories, hot takes, and passion for pets directly to you. As part of the 10+ hours of content we gathered at the show, today we're kicking things off with Derek Rippey, Vice President of Product Design at Bark, aka BarkBox, aka Bark Air, aka the people behind your dog's favorite wacky toys. Bark is all about play, but it's never been about playing it safe. The 15-year-old company's built its identity around designing products that are functional, thoughtful, and sometimes just plain weird. Oh, and they have a dog-centric airline. At SUPERZOO, Derek and I got into everything from his own dog's preferred play styles to the science behind why dogs destroy the things we buy, where the line between enrichment and play is starting to blur, and some exciting new products Bark launched at the show. So, how exactly did a birthing cow become a fan favorite dog toy? Let's find out.
My name is Derek Rippey, and I am the Vice President of Product Design at Bark.
Fabulous. And as the Vice President of Product Design, I think the most appropriate first question that I should ask you is, what's your favorite Bark toy?
We literally do thousands of toys, so it is hard. But someone asked me this earlier today at the booth, and I think she's definitely my favorite right now, which is Bertha, the birthing cow. And I think it's because we have such a long history. If you're not familiar with Bertha, she is a plush cow who has a calf that bungees out of her. She's great for tug, 2 squeakers, crinkle, super cute. She was our Mother's Day toy a couple years ago, and it was one that internally at Bark for years the concept lived on a hard drive, and it was this internal thing of like, should we do it, should we not do it,
It's too weird,
is it weird, like, and then finally we were like, roll the dice, let's do it. And literally before the show I spent hours in my hotel room drawing up, like, you know, we're doing mini Berthas. She is now our darling, and so there's like pumpkin spice Bertha and space Bertha, and she's just the right amount of like weird and cute that just hits my own personal vibe.
Love that. Yeah. I love that. Is that also your dog's favorite toy?
I have 2 dogs, so I have a 140-pound bull mastiff and a 30-pound French bulldog. The irony is the bull mastiff could care less about toys, just wants like food or whatever dirty stick in the yard. And then the youngest, the French bulldog, his favorite toy is actually one of our Star Wars toys. It's a little plush Grogu we did for the Mandalorian movie.
Nice.
And that thing is like destroyed, and like Grogu has one ear and is like dirty.
He's looking rough.
But you can tell it's his teddy bear. Like he takes that baby everywhere and just lays with it. So yeah, it's a real heart warmer. Yeah,
I love that. The thing that I love about Bark and what you guys do is you allow the fun to be shared, but also like you can appreciate this toy because you appreciate it, and maybe your dog doesn't like it as much as you do, but it brings you a lot of joy, and like the dog's just happy to play with you.
Oh,
you know?
Absolutely. It's like designing. It's the weirdest job because you're designing for 2 audiences, and the core of it is like play style, safety, features, all for dogs. Aesthetically, it's like, how do we speak to the humans now? And I really love that part of the job because you get to be zeitgeisty, you get to be weird. We've all seen like a million like corduroy mooses, so it's like let's make something fun and interesting. And you totally hit on it where we do know that thing too, where if you open a box or you see a toy and it sparks nostalgia in you or you laugh, like that micro emotion that your dog picks up on just makes it like that makes it's game on for play. Yeah. And they love that so much.
Yeah, they feed so much off of our energy and our stress to that extent too.
Truly. Yeah.
That when you can like really bring that shared like joyful excitement to the home, I love that.
It's an experience. I think we're always like, let's make an experience. Why not?
Yeah.
Make a memory.
Yeah. And that's really what I feel like you guys are now, right? You know, maybe when you first started, it was subscription box and that was like really the onus. But now, I mean, what, 15 years later, you guys have built it out to really a lifestyle brand.
Yeah, it's been a journey. When you said 15, I was like, oh my gosh,
Whoa.
that's crazy. Yeah, from where we started out with the subscription, and it was very open source product, and it was about convenience and our love for dogs. 'Cause, I mean, this industry is built on emotion and the emotional appeal or attachment we have. And then as we grew and we found other channels like retail or outside of toys, there's treats and there's dental and there's accessories, and oh my gosh, now we have an airplanes, we have an airline, because why not?
Yeah,
why not Bark Air? And a lot of along that way, we decided to kind of take those learnings and really craft it into this DNA. And in-house, we started doing all of our own design, and we've rigorously worked on like our safety lab in China, which I'm going to go see next week.
Ooh.
Is the coolest thing ever. It's like deleted scene from Willy Wonka where there's metal dog jaws and colorful machines and there's squeaking toys over and over again, and the pull tests, and we're nerds about dog safety. And I think that's kind of like, as you're saying, like over the years, we became what was like an offering to something that was we got really nuanced about how serious we were about that experience, and how we delight the human and the dog, and what else does your dog need. And there's times we take swings and we're like, you know what, we're not the right person right now to make X.
Yeah,
we learned that.
Hey, and that's fair.
That's totally cool.
Yeah, it's okay to admit that something falls outside of your wheelhouse or wouldn't fit within your portfolio, because you're staying true to what you guys have built.
And what people expect from us too.
Yeah.
Putting something out there and being like, well, now we're an expert in this. Like,
it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, we do this. That's not our vibe. And but that said, I feel like we're always inspired by dogs too, and we're like, okay, I had this moment with my dog, I was feeling this. Have we all thought about making this part of the experience easier? Let's look into that. So
yeah,
I'm at the nexus of all of that at work.
Oh, it sounds like a crazy, beautiful, scary place.
It's a busy place, but it's great.
Chaos,
Yeah.
So I know we were talking about designing for two audiences, and I'm just kind of curious how you innovate. Like, what's top of mind for you as you're looking at a new design, or as you're considering maybe a new offering? Is it maximum fun? Is it nostalgia, like you said? Is it really for the dog first and the human comes after? Or like, what's your thought process there?
It's like it's definitely a spectrum, and there's times where we are like, we're gonna be weird for weird's sake, and so we do like conservatively thousands of new toys and designs every year. Huge shout out to the Bark design team, because they are the Santa's elves that are just like always on,
killing it,
and they're killing it. They're so full of like amazing ideas, strong engineering sense and design know-how. And there's definitely times where we will make stuff because we want it to be this like marketing beat or something that's like a callback to something in the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
And so we love that conversation we have with our fans or our subscribers. We also have fans on social media and so forth. But then a lot of times we think about the dog experience. And so whether it's like an enrichment toy like the new Licksters that we're debuting right now, or it is a multi-part or a tug toy, we are thinking about it's not a product, but how is the dog interacting with it? How is the human potentially interacting with them?
Yeah.
How are you guys building a ritual or memory or bonding if it's like a new dog or a new puppy? And so that kind of really inspires the products. We look at like what isn't out there, what should be out there.
Yeah.
And one of the things I love about Bark, especially as a creative, is it's a real like, let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's take risk. Let's, maybe this is a good idea. Maybe this is a funny subject matter. Like, let's just do it. Let's do a birthing cow. And then you're like, hey, TJ Maxx, it's all over TikTok. Cool. That worked out.
Love that.
But it's a good playground.
Yeah.
And it's it's playful, which is nice.
Yeah, I love that. That the framework changes kind of depending on what it is you're trying to do through the toy or the treat or the offering or whatever it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, there's I think there's a lot with enrichment that we're doing right now. So I definitely have to shout out the Licksters toy that we're debuting or sharing with people at this show. So it actually came out last week, and the more I look at it, and we're doing some like toy testing with dogs who stop by the booth, which I love.
Fun.
So if you're at SUPERZOO, you walk by the booth and you have a dog, you can play with our new Lickster toy, which is this little rubber blue troll with 2 holes inside of him, and he unscrews apart. So he's a little bit like a Lego or like a kid's toy. And inside is a cavity. We have treats that go inside, puck-shaped treats that are, the primary flavor profile is peanut butter, beef tallow. It's probiotic. It's calming.
Functional.
Functional's great. We know functional is so important. It's a toy that it's all about the enrichment, the engagement, the stimulation, and the calming for the dog.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are like, is it a distraction toy? And I'm like, well, distraction makes it sound like
a bad thing.
Like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like you don't want your dog around you. You don't want your dog. So what I tell them is it really is stimulating and engaging for the dog.
Yeah.
And we've seen dogs go crazy over it. Dogs will spend on average 40 minutes engaged in this thing, which is tremendous.
Yeah.
I think the competition's 20.
They're using such like brain power and instinct while they're licking too.
It's definitely this instinctual thing. You think about how dogs, the most amazing creatures in the world, spend a lot of time, where they could be engaged. They're based on human schedules, just kind of their interactivity. And so having something that satisfies, whether it is needing to calm down, needing to occupy them, you will, as a human, get 40 minutes of free time. So do with it as you will.
I'm just going to be sitting on the ground just watching him eat it the whole time.
Oh, it's fascinating. When I was testing these things with my dogs, I was just like on my belly with like a stopwatch, and I was like, okay, look at him go. Okay, he's like spinning it. He's like bopping it around. It's great.
He's still going.
Still going. All right, you got it, champ. And what's really fun about this toy too, and I've been telling people, is it's actually great as a standalone product, but then it's also the first iteration in this modular system we designed. So the toy character, we have other toy characters that you can mix and match, and when you do, it unlocks different features and functions. We've got suction cups and smear grooves and things like that, and new treats. So you can customize the experience, which I love. We're going to give you the tools for you to make your dog's optimal enrichment experience, because I think a lot of times we say too, your dog better than we ever will.
Yeah.
So even with the subscription service, which is great, when we onboard you, we're like, look, dogs are like 30 million individual creatures. Your dog. What do they like to chew? How do they like to play? Let us give you the goods for you to be part of that, and for you to kind of own that experience.
Yeah, you don't need to change what you're doing. We actually have tools that will fit right into that you're doing.
No square pegs.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you think there's a line between enrichment and play anymore? Or I feel like the two are really just like melding together.
They really are. I think when I look at the landscape of products and what I think of as kind of like toys or play products, there's still a lot of things that are very play focused exclusively. And I think there's stuff like, some of the fetch and some of the tug and some of the thrashing, like those are great. There's a lot more toys these days that do incorporate the treats, the snuffle, the burrow, the kind of how do you marry consumables with toys to create that experience, which is so important for dogs.
Yeah.
It's definitely a trend in the industry. It's interesting to see how everyone's tackling it individually and how we're all kind of contributing fun ideas.
Yeah.
But it's definitely what we're seeing a lot more development of. And even at Bark, we'll the toy team will come up with these amazing ideas for like the holidays, and the business team will be like, okay, can you put treat pockets in it? Can you like how do we get like a snuffle element? Because I think that's important to consumers now. Like they want that marriage of toy and treats.
Yeah. I just think it's so interesting. And I talked to I went to Interzoo in May, and I talked to a woman that, oh my God, it was crazy.
So fun.
It was so much fun, but it was so crazy. I had no idea. Everybody was like, yeah, it's like 3x the size of SUPERZOO. And I was like, no.
It can't be.
It was.
Yeah,
it totally was. It was so much fun. But I was interviewing this woman that designs toys, and she was telling me that, dogs don't want an indestructible toy. They want to be able to destroy it. And so another toy trend that I think is kind of interesting is like the toy in a toy. And like you destroy like the soft outer part and you suddenly have a new toy to play with on the inside. I think that's so cool.
That was actually one of the things when I joined Bark was kind of a bit of our hallmark at the time. Consuela the cactus. And surprise and delight is a buzz phrase we use a lot internally. And I think it's so great. We still do a lot of it where if your dog tears through something, we want there to be a bonus inside. And I think that's important for consumers because a lot of times you are, ostensibly buying something that's just going to be destroyed quickly, depending on your dog.
Yeah.
And we are constantly trying to make things that address that, but it is the impossible. Because the physiology of dogs is so different, and dental health and proclivities. My giant dog will not destroy something. My little one will rip a face off in like 5 minutes. Yeah,
that's so funny. I wonder too, like the science of play, like when it comes to dogs enjoying toys, and there's so many different ways that they do so. Like we call our dog a defloofer. We give him a plush toy, and all he wants to do is rip a little hole in it and then slowly take all the fluff out and put it all over the rug. And then he just wants to carry the husk of a stuffy around for forever. My husband and I joke every year for Halloween that we're going to make a stuffy graveyard in the front because we have like 20 plus husks of stuffs that have just been completely deflued.
Or just take all that polyfill and make a couch out of it.
And I'm like, I've started to save it because I crochet and I make little thingies. And so I'm like, well, this is perfect. I don't have to buy filler anymore.
Great.
But what do you think in terms of like how different dogs play? Like, do you guys research stuff like that?
We absolutely do.
Yeah.
And I think on paper, like if I go to a party and people are like, what do you do? And I'm like, I make dog toys. And it's like the cute, fun, quirky, like who's that guy? And the reality of like designing dog products or dog toys, even at a place as fun as Bark, is like it is a mix of dog psychology and physiology and safety and engineering and character design and illustration and graphic design. And you have to like put all of that together. And I think for me, one of the most fascinating parts is studying dog behavior and why we do have play styles like tug and fetch and thrash. And a lot of times a plush dog toy is basically a surrogate for a dead animal. Like we did a duck we called Becky Break Necky, because when a dog thrashes a toy, it's like it's trying to break the neck. The squeaker is meant to be the death cry of like a chipmunk,
I don't think that a lot of pet parents realize that, but that's 100% what's happening.
And so when we design things, we're like, we know that sometimes it's funny to have like the latte, but I think like the dog would much rather have like the tactile fur and something that has limbs, because it is a very primal thing. Our beloved companions are not out there hunting anymore. So these kind of serve a place for them. And even just kind of the dental cleaning of gnawing on things. Like it's funny to see a lot of the stuff that we do, or fascinating, I should say, and kind of draw that parallel to wolves. To all of those play styles are still there. We're just kind of giving you the PG version of this. Yeah,
this is the safe space.
Yeah, this is not the NSFW like graphic click one. We're making a cute bunny.
That was so funny. But yeah, I do think that a lot of pet parents don't realize that like those instincts, they're hunting, killing, instincts. And you can emulate that through a toy, absolutely. But it does take an understanding of dog psychology and behavior and how they think and what they actually want out of playtime.
Yeah, it's and so many factors, like when you look at breeds and breeds who have traits that have been encouraged over the years, and the little dogs that, like terriers, that just love to kind of thrash things. They love kind of like small squeaky things, and other big dogs that are like herding dogs. The dogs that fetching is like hunting, is all these things. And you can kind of guess when you look at some dogs, like, okay, I think I know what your vibe is. I think I know what's like in your DNA. And then they'll always surprise you.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of just like tiny little monsters before.
Oh yeah.
Monsters in the best way.
And big, absolute teddy bears, right?
My Mastiff is just like furniture. Like, he's the sweetest, like hippo potato, gentle guy. And but when I was living in Brooklyn and we'd walk down the street, like moms would like cross the street with their kids, everyone would be like, the Sandlot dog. And then the dog nerd in me would be like, that was an English Mastiff, not a Bull Mastiff.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Get it right. Yeah. Twisted.
Yeah. Let's not start rumors here in Cobble Hill. But yeah. There's so many different ways to play, and I think we just have so many factors in our brains as we're designing things, and it takes a moment.
Yeah.
I came from the world of kids' toys before.
Cool.
As I was jumping into Bark, I was like, okay, what is this? But once it clicks, and this is also just like kudos to the team, just how to satisfy like the large super chewer dogs that we have on the DTC business, or the, at retail, kind of the small dog pack ups. Like, we know exactly the bits to put in.
Yeah, for sure. So how often do you guys release new stuff? Because I feel like, it's a subscription box, so it's recurring. You obviously have a really large portfolio to like pull from, but it does seem like you guys like do new stuff all the time.
We're like 7-Eleven.
It's amazing.
Like, it's amazing. It's there's always a lot of great opportunities, and I think as there is a fandom for the brand, which I love, because it's incredible. So it grows every year. We release every month. We have our subscription boxes, so it's a new theme, or what we call classic, which is just like the plush toys, Bark Box. Super chewers for the more durable dogs, the more like heavy chewers. So we have product that we develop and release every month for that. On top of that, we have all the a la carte stuff for Add to Box, which, if you're a subscriber, you will know this. This is where we get weird and experimental. So if we have funny, weird, crazy, kooky ideas, we'll test it out there. If we are like, here's a really amazing idea for a new rope ball enrichment thing, we'll test it out there. So you're going to get the best of Bark's experimental brains there. And then every season at retail, at Target and Walmart and PetSmart, and so many other retailers, we have custom development. We had non-exclusive product out in the marketplace. I think over 40,000 doors.
Wow.
It's wild. Yeah. My mom will still send me like photos of Bark toys that she sees in the wild.
Did you make that?
She's like, oh, you made this, didn't you? It's like the Costco advent calendar, which is amazing. I love the Costco advent calendar. So I have it on copy paste now. I'm like, yes, Mom. I do.
Yes, Mom.
So cool.
Don't you love it?
Let's do it.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I think the other day I was doing some math, and at any one given snapshot, I think the team is currently working on well over, let's say, 1,500 designs.
Oh my God. I did not think that was going to be the number that came out of your mouth.
I couldn't believe it was the one that I saw. So
holy crap.
I saw it and I was like, I'm bad at math. And then I did it again. And I was like,
oh, we're just really
great at design. And so right now we're actually working on, we work pretty far in advance.
Yeah.
We work fast and we're scrappy at things, but right now we're doing the box development for November of 2027.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, you kind of have to do it that way, right? Because you're constantly churning out new stuff. You got to be on the ball.
Yeah.
Literally.
On the tennis ball.
Literally.
Yeah.
Pun intended. I didn't even mean to make that fun.
Well, it's hard for us not to think puns too, because that's the other part of the job.
Totally.
I'll just look around and be like, oh, if I had to turn a celebrity into a dog name, I'm like, okay, I know exactly what I do.
That's amazing. So I'm curious, like what has been like the most rewarding launch that you've seen, that you've like had your hands in, whether it's a toy or a new product in some other right, something that you were just really proud of.
Oh my gosh, this is like where I falter now. It's like when someone asks you your favorite color and you're like, even though I know it's obvious. Colors. Yeah. All diplomatic answer.
You can take more time to think about it if you want.
Yeah, I mean, not just calling it back to Licksters, but I will say that is one that I'm extremely proud of, because it was a really long project.
Oh yeah.
And it was a very intentional one, and really great team involved, everywhere from like Zach, who is our innovation lead, who's like the main designer on it, and Haley on our consumables team. So it's toys and it's treats and it's all of our vendors and it's testing and it's getting all the people at Bark with dogs. It's reaching out at nights and saying, oh my God, I got this toy from China. We got these treats from Nebraska. Can you please test this on your dog this weekend? Write down all of these things in a spreadsheet, email it back to us. It was a real all hands on deck. And, there was a lot of going back to the drawing board and a lot of frustrations, but also a lot of wins. And I think what I'm feeling in the moment is just this past week alone, seeing it finally go out into the world, and the graphics and the marketing and the we made it across the finish line, and we've got results that we couldn't have even hoped for. Like the goals that we were shooting for, we surpassed, and the crunch times that we had, and there was some real crunch times. I'll bet. Where it's like, we need to expedite XYZ from this country right now. It's a we did it moment.
Yes, absolutely.
There's been a lot of other really great partnerships and weird fun toys and things over the years, but I think this is the one where just the blood, sweat, and treats that went into it, I'm like, it hits extra.
Yeah, it's a little bit, not a little bit more, but probably because you put so much.
I'm still exhaling from it. Yeah. I think that's what I'm feeling too. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, it sounds really cool. I can't wait to see it. I saw little advertisements about it, but I haven't like dug into it yet. This show is so psycho crazy. There's way too many things to look at.
It's almost like your brain shuts down when you walk down an aisle, because it's everything, and it's new things and everything you've already seen all at once, and then just throw like a bunch of dogs and cats and strollers, and you're like, okay.
And then there's like bunnies and strollers around, and I'm like, how am I supposed to not get distracted right now?
Every time I leave the booth for food, I'm secretly on the hunt for like, I'm convinced there's a booth around here that's gonna have like the baby kangaroos and hold a python.
Wait, there is, I think.
I saw it at Global, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna find you again.
My Carrie, our recruiter, told me yesterday that she saw kangaroo on the floor.
Okay.
So if you go to, it's probably in like the farm and feed section where like the reptiles and the fish are as well.
Okay. Well, I know what I'm doing on my like lollygandering on the way back to the Bark booth.
Hey, let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know, because I also need to make my way over there. Well, what else? So we talked about Licksters.
Licksters, yeah.
Got it.
Licksters, cool. And then I think the toy is actually named Trickster the Lickster. So either one is correct.
Amazing.
Yeah, you got it right. You nailed it.
I love that you named them all like and give them names. Like it's not just like a product name. It's like this is a guy and you call him this.
We have names for all of our toys. Some of them are named after Bark employees. There is BTW, not a Derek toy.
What?
I do not know why. Evidently you have to know somebody to make that happen. But yeah, like,
Wait, wouldn't you be the one to know?
well,
Derek?
I'm just gonna slip it in. I'm just gonna write it on a toy someday. We do put all of our dogs as Easter eggs and things.
Yeah.
If you ever see a naughty or nice list, those are all bark dogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, every toy really does have a name. We think of them as more of like IP than just things, and we're currently like working with some really amazing people from you know, my past life and kid stuff to flush that out a little bit more. But Ollie the octopus, Consuela the cactus, Buddy the Bigfoot, Bertha the cow, like they're coworkers. They're like family. Like we refer to them by name in shorthand in so many meetings. And it is weird, I guess. Seeing it from your eyes, I'm like, oh
no, but it's
weird.
amazing. It's weird in like the most amazing, wonderful way ever.
Yeah. We are weird, but we can also read the room. And a lot of times it's just so fun to see the people who wouldn't normally crack a smile, just like vulnerable and dorky and happy, because they're also meeting just like the utmost dog nerds, dog obsessed people. When you also come by the giant octopus booth, you're gonna see so many people wearing bark t-shirts, like rolling on the ground with dogs. And I think it's just like, we're really excited to meet your dogs. And they have humans too, but like, we're really just here to meet your dogs.
But here's the thing is like, that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm in the pet industry.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I also recognize that I need a job and a career and all of that. However, I'm here because if I see a dog and I'm mid conversation with you, I'm going to go pet that dog. I'm so sorry. Like, that's what I really care
Priorities.
about. That's what I care about.
Yeah.
And I think carrying that through the brand, like, I think all pet brands try to do that, but it's one thing to say that you do it and another thing to literally put dogs first.
Oh, to the point of like, it's cringe.
Yeah.
But we have no shame. I think when I look back and like, it's really one of the best moves I've made in my career. And I've done a lot with toys and kids content and illustration and animation, a lot of things. And for me, you know, every day I get to be with like the coolest people making the weirdest things, and I get to work with my dogs. And like, you know, YOLO, like jackpot, love it.
Oh, what more could you ask for?
Yeah.
I love that. I guess I could ask for a few more things.
I mean, no. You know, I really hope that, you know, we take this road show back to InterZoo, because I think it's also so fascinating to see. And I'm actually going to go to Pet Fair Asia in China next week.
Fun.
It is fascinating to see what people around the world, what that emotional connection looks like. Like I feel like I know the domestic landscape, but you know, how people bond and interact and humanize and incorporate animals into their families and their day-to-day in other countries and cultures is just like, I love it.
It's eye-opening.
So good.
Yeah. And like inspiring too, because like I think sometimes we can just get wrapped up in the way that we do things. And like, it's like parenting, right? It's like, there's one way to do it and it's my way. And it's like, no, there's actually a lot of ways to do it. And they're all pretty decent. I mean, there's a lot of bad ways to do it as well, but there are a lot of good ways to do it.
It is. Yeah. It is funny to see people like pet parent like each other.
Yeah.
Or be like, well, actually this caller.
And you're like, what?
And you're like, you know, what I love is seeing, you know, everyone's dog is different. If you're doing it right, they're happy.
Exactly.
And to be honest, like, for the most part, they're happy because they're just showered in love and affection.
Because you love them and you spend time with them, and that's really all they want.
I feel like I need to go back to the hotel and like Zoom call my little brachycephalic dogs right now. Daddy misses you. It's too hot here in Vegas. Otherwise I'd bring you. Yeah.
I do appreciate all the people that have shoes on their dogs that, you know, because the sidewalk is so hot.
Yeah.
It's just, I have never lived in such a hot hellscape personally, but so I never had to think about it.
When I live in Connecticut now, but I just on the outskirts of the city. But when I was living in Brooklyn, I feel like as I was like, oh, pet parents are crazy, I would be that person who'd be seeing somebody walk their dog in I'd touch the concrete and be like, I would never say anything. I would silently judge them. But it just made me aware of all those things of like, how far away is like the nearest like drinking fountain for your standard poodle that's not wearing shoes in August?
Yeah. It is. It's another consideration. And it is funny how judgmental we can be because it is so much like parenthood, or it feels to us so
We're
much.
protective.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
very protective. But, let's come back down from the clouds for a second.
Reality check. Yeah. Focus on your own lawn, everybody.
Touch some grass. It's going to be okay. But no, what you guys do is so fun. And obviously, you're catering to pet parents in the truest sense that you can, and that all of us are unique. And that means all of our dogs are unique. And that means we're all going to kind of want our own thing. But you guys have the variety to deliver to like whoever wants it, which I love.
I think one of the things I always think about, and I think we unofficially think about as a company, is like, we're dog people. We get it. Like we know the tribe. And it is very individual, and that's why I think we're set up from a business standpoint to be like, your dog, come into this partnership relationship we have as the ambassador because your dog so well, and we're going to work with you to meet your individual needs, and whether the highs, the lows, like, we're dog people. We get it.
Yeah,
we got you, and we got you too.
Yes. Great pet product design, especially when it comes to toys, doesn't just run on vibes. Maybe it does a little, but it also takes a deep understanding of the animal, the human on the other end of the leash, and a willingness to put yourself out there. A huge thanks to Derek and the team at Bark for taking time out of an absolutely chaotic SUPERZOO to sit down and share some of the stories behind the toys and the thinking behind the play. Thank you for tuning in to the Barking Mad podcast. If you'd like to learn more about BSM Partners, please visit us at www.bsmpartners.net. Don't forget to follow us on your favorite leading podcast platform, and if you found today's episode useful, share it with a friend. And we'd like to thank the very loyal good boys and girls on our podcast team: Jacob Parker, Katie Wolf, Neely Bowden-Lewis, Anna Guilfoyle, and Ada Miette Thomas. A special shout out to David Perez for the original music. See you next time.